Welcome back to CAN, Caribbean Affiliate News. My name is Siobhan Gobin. This segment of the news is sponsored by Claire. The University of Guyana is plagued with multiple problems that must be addressed by both policymakers and the administration of the tertiary institution. This observation was made by President of the Georgetown Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Mr. Clinton Erling, when he addressed the gathering at the 2013 Turkeyan Campus Orientation held in the George Walcott Lecture Theatre last evening. Erling, during his address, noted, though, that the university's problems should not represent constraints in terms of students' performances, since those, according to him, those constraints can become your strengths for when you move on to graduate school. The GCCI president, a product of the university himself, recalled how he was some 9 years ago tasked with challenges such as long searches for reading material in the library, only to uncover some with missing pages and even limited copies that were already loaned to other students. In his deliberation to the new entrants, he emphasized that the only formula to succeed at university and generally in life is hard work. He also recounted how he had to juggle studies at university and co-manage German's restaurant after his father's death. But the university is not merely about academics, Erling noted, even as he warned the new entrants to don't just be academic students. It is okay to sit under a tree. It is okay to join the student culture around the campus and get involved in student government. Join the student society. It is okay to have fun. And even as he mirrored some of Erling's convictions as it relates to the importance of students being fully involved in campus life, Vice-Chancellor of the University, Dr. Jacob Opadi, in delivering remarks too, thanked the students for applying to the Lone National University. He also made a point of telling the new entrants that the university needs you just as much as you need the university. As such, he noted that it is the desire of the administration of the university to provide an environment conducive to their studies. Prime Minister Portia Simpson Miller has said discussions are taking place between the governments of Jamaica and China to deal with the issue of visa waivers. In an interview with Chinese media last Friday, Simpson Miller said the move could boost tourism on the island, which she described as one of the precious diamonds of the Caribbean. Ralph Thomas, Jamaica's ambassador to China, said the issue of removing the visa requirement is now a serious agenda issue. Currently, Chinese wishing to travel to Jamaica have to travel to Beijing and apply for a visa, which is considered to be a significant hurdle. Thomas said the discussions would also focus on having Jamaicans travel to China visa-free. Thomas said the removal of visas could attract investment into the hotel sector and argued that investors could seek to bring in Chinese to fill their hotels in order for them to enjoy the rich culture of the island and the sand, sea, and sun. Wan Chifi, chairman of the China Council for the Promotion of International Trade, has noted in a meeting with Jamaican businesses that more than 83 million Chinese travel as tourists in 2012. Addressing approximately 100 prospective investors, Wan said tourism presents a great economic opportunity. In Barbados, the effect of climate change on small island developing states is a reality experienced by those living in such territories daily. From Monday through Wednesday of this week, SIDS countries will have their last opportunity to come together to discuss the agenda that will be presented to the international community next year during the 3rd International Conference of Sustainable Development on SIDS. Between 200 and 250 delegates will converge in Barbados for the Small Islands Developing States Interregional Meeting for the 3rd International Conference on Sustainable Development of SIDS Global. The high-level summit will also be one of 7 meetings expected to be held ahead of next year's conference, which is scheduled for September. Prior to the start of the conference, Senior Environmental Officer in the Ministry of the Environment and Drainage, Travis Sinclair, explained the upcoming summit represented the final gathering of SIDS ahead of the Samoa Conference. Barbados played a key role in the process from 1989 when it made attempts to create a space on the international agenda for the SIDS concerns to be addressed. Now the island is poised to take the lead once again with the hosting of this week's conference. He pointed out that the issues and proposals arising from next week's conference were in response to the General Assembly resolution that provides the basis for the conference. Sinkler said the resolution sought to address 4 issues, assessing the progress made from 1994 to the present with respect to implementing the Barbados Program of Action for the Sustainable Development of SIS, proposing concrete and pragmatic actions to close gaps identified in the implementation, identifying new and emerging challenges and issues that come into the table since 2005, and identifying priorities for the upcoming post-2015 agenda. In Suriname, as the 11th edition of the Caribbean Festival of Arts and Culture, CariFesta 11 came to a close in Paramaribo, Suriname, Elston Adams, Antigua and Barbuda's Minister of Culture, voiced his disappointment at the lack of interest for the event shown by most of his Caribbean colleagues. Apart from Adams, only his counterparts from Barbados, Jamaica and Curacao had attended the region's most prominent festival of arts and culture that came to an end on Sunday. Adams congratulated the Suriname government, the population and the organizing committee for staging the event despite all the challenges. He praised the involvement and participation of the large numbers of youth in the organization and the festivities itself. He also noted that the region should focus on the benefits CariFesta will have in the long term. According to the minister, the business opportunities that were explored will surely prove their worth in economic terms. Meanwhile, Haiti's President Michael Martelly arrived in Suriname for the closing ceremony on Sunday at the Independence Square. So far, Martelly is the only Caribbean community leader that traveled to Suriname to participate in CariFesta. At the end of the festival, he was due to be handed over the CariFesta baton by Suriname's President, Desi Bouterse. In 2015, Haiti will organize the 12th Caribbean Festival of Arts and Culture. On Friday evening, Martelly was the guest of honor at the Saramacca CariFesta night in celebration of Haitian culture. You're watching Caribbean Affiliate News. Stay tuned.
5 million customers use Leica Mobile for affordable international mobile calls, connecting over 2.5 million mobile calls daily, helping our customers stay in touch with their loved ones, whether they be in Asia, Africa, Europe, or the rest of the world. Every 5 seconds, a new Leica Mobile customer joins our growing family, helping you to make affordable international calls across the world. Leica Mobile. Call the world for less.
Hey, excuse me, if you see me smiling, that's 'cause I'm chilling on Total Caribbean Network. It's your boy Wyclef Jean, man, and I'm chillin', man. Total Caribbean Network. Man, I love their style. Whoa, 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 whoa.